members from a small club called the Fifth Chapter. The Fifth Chapter is a clean and sober club made up of recovering alcoholics and drug addicts. As non-one-percenters, they claim to remain neutral in the war for territory. But Taco Bowman reads a local newspaper article showing a Fifth Chapter member publicly hugging a Hell's Angel at the funeral.
They then, in turn, showed up at the funeral for the Outlaws Motorcycle Club member that was killed. Yet many of the Fifth Chapter members had their vestments turned inside out.
It's a signal that the Fifth Chapter refuses to be seen as outlaw supporters, but members openly display their colors alongside Hell's Angels. Outlaw President Taco Bowman sees this as the ultimate in disrespect for his club and takes the incident personally. Bowman's fury ripples down to Florida. The Fifth Chapter national president lives in Orlando. Bowman orders Wayne Joe Black Hicks to teach the Fifth Chapter a lesson.
Joe gave DK a newspaper clipping of one of the Fifth Chapter guys hugging a Hell's Angel. Joe told DK, I'm standing right there to handle this problem.
December 2nd, 1994. D.K. LeMunyon invites the Fifth Chapter Motorcycle Club to the Outlaws Clubhouse in Orlando. 15 members, including the national president, accept the invitation. They think they're coming to an Outlaws party, but D.K. has other plans.
Immediately they're all searched, and they think that's a little bit odd.
D.K. produces the newspaper article handed down by Taco Bowman and Wayne Hicks.
D.K. gave this little speech on why he was doing all this, and then he just commenced on beating the heck out of this president. We all started kind of punching around the table.
This time, Mike doesn't have his recorder, but any violence on his part could damage his standing with the FBI.
The fellow that I had in front of me that I was hitting, I was pulling my punches. I didn't want to kill him or anything.
In a frenzy of violence, D.K. LeMunyon beats the Fifth Chapter president with a heavy flashlight. The victims are dragged outside.
Put his leg up on the bumper of a car and kicked it sideways, snapped his leg. We stole all their leather, everything they had out there, their money, everything.
Their lives are spared, but the Fifth Chapter members are too badly injured to walk away unaided.
They wash everybody off with a hose. They escort them out of the clubhouse, put them back on their bikes, and push them down the road. One individual that had broken both his legs could never take the bike out of first gear. He just rode as far as he could in first gear until he fell over.
Not only did the Fifth Chapter members receive a severe beating, Bowman decrees the club should no longer exist.
There was what we call a patch pulling party. They were not allowed to wear their patches in the state of Florida anymore, and any members in that state had to send all their paraphernalia into us, their patches, rings, knives, anything they had with their club logo on it.
How did I know that it was after the Fifth Chapter? Could we not nonsense more?
Mike Lynn informs Agent Donovan of the horrific attack. It spurs Mike on in his efforts for the FBI.
Mike Lynn at that point had enough to do with the club. He was just done. He got so confident and almost brazen to the point that during the course of these meetings, he would change tapes.